Hello, everyone. We're back at you again. This is another week. RealGrader, your consultants for you in real estate. Hope you guys are excited because we have really nice things to share with you. Personal goals, personal successes that we want to share with you because we know that's what works. It took us some time to get here. It took effort, it took sacrifice. But don't you want to learn from somebody else's mistakes rather than repeating them yourself just because, you want to learn things your way? So here I have three amazing people with me. Again, Mr. Josh Warren, how are you?
I am good. How are you, Mario?
I am great, Josh. How are you today?
Awesome. Thanks for heading up our Facebook Live again today. We got some cool stuff to share.
Yeah, hold up. What's going on here? You don't go but say, hey, how are you? No, I'm good. How are you? You got to share something. Bring some juices to the conversation. Y'all didn't know? Yes? That's hilarious. Let's start again. You're like, good. How are you? This is like we're
I'll try to bring you into the combo.
I'm the one that started the whole shebang bang.
Okay.
I'm trying to get you to shine. All right, here we go. Am I sharing my screen? No, right? Okay. That was hilarious. Share a sound. There it is. Salacita. Hello, everyone. It's the RealGrader Consultants back at you on another week. And it's all about really learning from somebody else's mistakes, okay? Today, we're going to share with you all of our lessons, the things that allowed us to be successful. We didn't get here by chance or by luck, did we? Did we, Huxtable?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. So with me, I have these amazing three leaders in the industry, in marketing, consulting, branding, you name it. You want to pick their brain. So today I have with me Mr. Josh Warren. How are you, Josh?
I am good. Halfway through the day here. Love these Facebooks building momentum in real estate biz today. We got some great things to share.
Yeah, we sure do. How about you today? Alex Ayub, how are you?
And I'm doing good. I'm loving the beginning of the year energy. And yeah, I think today's topic is going to be kind of personal because we're going to go over some things that we've been through on a personal level, individually within this company as a team, and actually go over sometimes we've slipped up and we've made mistakes and we've learned from them, exactly what we're using to build our momentum. So I think this is going to be a pretty nice, intimate session here. I love what we're covering today.
Yeah, thank you for that, Ayub. You're right. I always have the gratitude if I can find a book from somebody talking about what they learned in an industry or technology that I'm interested in, and they successfully overcome. The smartest thing to do is for me to read the book and follow the steps. I don't have to keep falling on my face over and over and over, and then finally learn the lessons. I mean, just thinking about it, how we got to where we are today is because other people in the past already made the mistakes and they learned the correct way to do things. And that's why we're here so quickly. And with me again, I have Mr. Michael Huxtable. How are you, Mike?
Everything's great. It's nice and warm today. I'm excited about the topic because we get to share our, what we're personally implementing in our lives and our businesses. And it's proven. And we've seen it, all four of us actually work every single day. And it's awesome to be part of a company that has introduced that into our culture. And I'm excited to share it with all of you.
Yeah, absolutely. So for everyone here live, please, excuse me, drop a comment, drop a like. Let us know if you're getting this wisdom, if you love what you're getting. If you have any questions, let us know. We're happy to share. This is all about you, really, and we make sure that we bring you authentic information. We're not just bringing you some, stuff you can find on any blog. This is happening live right now. What you're about to hear may really shock you and may actually save you weeks, months, if not years of frustration, because this is the result of our own learning and years of preparation to be where we are today. So it's really highly valuable. So it's how to build momentum in your real estate business. And the reality is, if you have no momentum, what are you doing? Like, one of the biggest mistakes people make is they think, oh, with time, I will get there. But the reality is, you're not going to get there because of time by itself. You're going to get there if you're going to take specific, correct actions. That's going to allow you to make the most out of your time. If you're not, if you're just literally waiting for stuff to happen, you're going to be shocked because nothing's going to happen, no matter how much time goes by. So let's begin. Boom. Number one, schedule your outcomes. Now, who'd like to share something about that particular topic?
I definitely would like to start off on this topic because scheduling my outcomes happened this morning. All right. So right now it's about 12:15 p.m. And this morning at around 7 a.m., I woke up, I got freshened up, and I created that my outcome for one of the webinars I was going to have today with a brokerage was going to be X amount of dollars. I'm not going to disclose how much it was, but I scheduled what my outcome would be.
Yeah.
And prior to scheduling, not only did I write it out, but I also implemented a plan along with the schedule. So I reached out to Josh, who jumped on this webinar with me today, and I let him know exactly what the game plan was to get to the outcome that was scheduled. Wow. And Josh was like, cool. He was on board. He was like, I agree with it. Let's go and rock it. So scheduled the outcome, implemented the plan, and guess what?
What?
The outcome actually happened to the T. It just finished happening a few minutes ago, man. And it's just really powerful. You know,
That's
having
insane.
that outcome in front of you, it makes it realistic. You're manifesting it. And if you go ahead and implement those little strategies to get to the outcome and you're prepared, every opportunity you have, you're going to knock out of the park. So, I mean, that happened a few minutes ago for me today. And man, it was great. It was great to see the results and see the outcomes actually happen.
Yeah, and I think that was the key thing is, you know, he actually scheduled it. You know, he sent me a text. We jumped on a call and said, this is exactly what we want to accomplish. This is what the outcome is going to be for this. And he scheduled it with me and boom, it happened 100%.
You guys remember back in the days when we would have upcoming presentations or events, our goal, which wasn't even scheduled, was just to do great, just to do our best, right? And then so whenever the result came out, it was always either great or not great, but okay, we'll do better next time. But there was no real sense of that momentum building, or like you said, Ayub, I love that. The fact that you were already creating that future. What was the word you used?
Manifesting it.
You manifested it. Yeah. That's already like taking us to a whole new level there. Like there's so many books around that. I don't know if you guys are familiar with what is this gentleman? He's always teaching people on like neuroscience and manifesting and like creating your whole life. What's his name?
Neuro-linguistic programming. That's
neuro-linguistic programming, all of that.
I follow him on every social media platform.
I'm actually reading his book too. On that. Go ahead.
Are you? What is it?
The book I'm reading is called Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself.
Nice. So jumping on outcomes, I want to be clear with everybody. It's not, outcome is the actual result, something that actually happened from an action step that you took or multiple action steps to get that outcome. It's creating, it's manifesting. So what Mr. Ayub had done this morning, he set a goal of a certain percentage of realtors he wanted to help. And literally to the realtor, it happened. And it's awesome. And we get to see it every day. So when you're scheduling your outcomes, you know, make sure you put in the action steps that are necessary to get you there. You know, it's not just a hope, it's not a dream. It's an actual outcome that's going to happen from what you do to get you there. So we've witnessed it. We witness it every day. They're very powerful. We challenge you all to do it the same.
And I think that's where people get it confused. They think hoping, heck, I'll even say praying, even like thinking it forward, they think that's doing it. So they have like this uncertainty about it'll happen between now and the rest of my life. But when you schedule, that's pretty blunt. You telling, let's say, the universe, this is going to happen. Now you have everything at stake because either it is going to happen or you're just lying. You're full of baloney.
But I just want to throw in that it's so funny that you mentioned that one word. It's hope. And now every time we're in a business meeting, our team's together, and I hear the word hope, it's like, oh, I hope tomorrow. It's like we all look at each other and it's like, what did you just say? You hope something happens?
It's like
No.
a curse word.
Yeah, no, that hope word, it's a no-no, man. We
Yeah.
gotta schedule it. We gotta know what's gonna happen, project what's gonna happen.
Awesome. All right, let's move on to the next point. Be open to criticism.
Ooh, that's a tough one for a lot of people. Our egos get in the way.
Yeah.
And when I say ego, I want, it's not, obviously it's a slightly negative term, but it's, a lot of people, when they hear the word ego, they take it very personal, but everyone has an ego within them. And their
Yeah.
ego, they fight every single day. And something is very small criticism, they can get defensive, and they think it's actually, a negative thing. But when you're open to criticism without attachment of ego, you grow.
Yeah.
And Mr. Mario Hurley is the king of giving wonderful criticism and coaching us on how to be open to it. So we are thankful for you, sir, teaching us all of those good things.
Yeah, those are the first two words. Be open. That's the key. Be open to criticism. Be open to learn.
Yeah,
From
one of the
that.
things I personally learned when it comes to criticism was that even if it comes from somebody who actually doesn't care about my success, and they give me some criticism, that's actually still a way for me to know something that otherwise I would not know. Because people always have the vantage point of seeing you from the outside. They can tell whether you're like repeating the same thing over and over instead of growing. They can tell if you're like your mental patterns, that the way you deal with things is always the same. So they can tell you. You can tell, I mean, you're so slow, or you're always late, or that's messy, or that's sloppy, or like that's not clear at all. And if I take it like it's offending me, like it's personally affecting me, then I miss out on the fact that, oh my gosh, that's true though. I do that. I don't show up on time. It is messy. And then I miss on that huge opportunity. And then I keep on making the same mistake. And then how the heck am I going to progress to the next level? So it's
Exactly.
huge.
Yeah, and I want to take the moment to challenge anybody that's watching live, or if you're watching us on YouTube right now, to think about the last time you received some criticism, whether it be constructive or just straight up criticism.
Yeah.
Did you actually listen to what the person was saying, or were you biased based off of your opinion on what you did? Did you actually apply something to change what they were criticizing you on? Because I can be transparent here and let you know that, there have been so many times in my life where I received criticism and I was like, what do you mean? What are you talking about? And I didn't change anything. I didn't apply anything, and I kept on getting the same results. But the second I became open to it and not only took the criticism, but like sat down and acknowledged it and really applied it, then is when I started getting different results. And I was like, really? Did my ego really stop me from growing? So being open to it and just knowing that a lot of the times the people that give you criticism are coming from a place of betterment is super important, because I can guarantee you'll see different results as soon as you take the criticism the right way.
Yeah. And one thing I noticed, a lot of people, they pretend they're taking criticism well by saying, thank you for your opinion, but they're still not listening, and they're still not going to apply anything. So it's really, you have to become curious. Like, why would you say that to me? And then in the end, you realize, yeah, this is useful. I could use this. And also it shows your inner strength, the fact that you can take criticism without being reactive. It's very rare to find somebody who can take it and not get reactive. Most people do want to fight back, which shows their inability to receive it. Move on. Be clear about your objectives.
Yeah, I think this goes back to hope too. It's like you have to be clear, concise. Like Ayub, he had his objective set, exact amount of people he wanted to help, and then it all happened. If it's kind of thrown out there, you really don't know. There's nothing's clear.
What can you share, Michael? What can you share in your own personal experience? You have a story, an event, something that happened in your life where you had to be clear, or when you were clear about your objectives, that made a difference?
Yeah, my last major life change.
Yeah.
I was thinking about leaving the country and moving to another country. And once I immersed myself for 1 week within the other country, I got clear on exactly what it looked like, where I would live, who my friends would be, where I would go to the grocery store, what gym I would attend, my daily routines, and how I would actually be able to work here successfully. It took me, after I made the decision, and even, I don't know, I'm going to get philosophical here, but the second I made the decision, I looked down at my clock and it was 5:55. You're into synchronicity. That means major change.
Okay.
And all of a sudden the stars aligned, right? And within an hour, I sold my vehicle. Within, I think, 30 minutes, I sold my motorcycle. I made all the connections necessary to sell all my things. And then within 3 weeks, I had moved countries, started a new life, and here I am. But it would have never happened. To be completely clear with everybody, it was about 3 months before I was thinking about it, and it was just anxiety and nothing was clear. And I was driving myself crazy because nothing was clear. I hadn't set objectives, but when I fully immersed myself, made the decision, created the objectives of what it took, all anxiety left, everything happened within 3 weeks, and it was just boom, here I am. And now I'm in Nicaragua.
And I can confirm this guy's crushing it from Nicaragua. So him setting his objectives and making it happen. He's happy, started a new chapter in his life. He's had a lot of personal growth. So, he made it happen just by setting objectives. Real life story right here.
Yeah, that's brilliant. And in order to get clarity, you said you had to immerse yourself in the country and start really having an idea of what life would look like.
Yes, to get clear on what it looked like, because I've moved 8 times in my life to different states. Atlanta, Tampa, Vegas, Salt Lake, San Diego, New Jersey, Long Island, and now Nicaragua. And every time I had to immerse myself in where it was that I was going to go. So I would go visit, I would get clear, I would set my objectives of how I was going to get there, how I was going to do it, what was the result when I got there, and what would it look like. And when I did, everything fell into place.
Yeah, that's brilliant. I think it's the same thing that we're doing now in our sales. We already had these meetings last year where we started talking about what 2022 is going to look like. We smelled it, we measured it, we described what it's going to look like, we scheduled it. Currently, 2022 is already on schedule.
Oh, yeah.
That's how clear it is. We forgot to bring our chakras and the shaman, any of that stuff we didn't get to do. But all the stuff that gives us 100% clarity on a daily basis is already there. That's brilliant. Anything else you want to add there, Josh or Alex?
I think I'm good on that one.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Next one. Be persistent.
Yeah, I can start off. I can start off on this one.
Yeah.
There's really just a moment that's kind of like an eye-opening moment when you realize how important actually being persistent is. Because there's some people that think, reaching out to a potential client 2 or 3 times is being persistent. When you set a slot of time to reach out to all of your potentials on a daily basis through multiple avenues, I'm talking phone call, email, Facebook message, that's being persistent. You do it on a daily basis, I guarantee you your yield is going to be way bigger than what you currently consider to be persistent is as well. And since we're being personal here, maybe a few months ago, I thought some of my bigger deals would come right along, just because I sent maybe a few emails a week, a few phone calls, but then realizing what actually being persistent means, which is multiple forms of outreach on a daily basis, then I realized wow, this is what it actually means. And damn, the results are incredible. So I had an eye-opening moment in regards to this topic pretty recently. So don't be afraid about it. Don't be afraid about it.
It depends on how you got to view the word persistent differently. When you're reaching out and you're saying, okay, that's enough. They don't really want to talk to me. But in reality, we're finding out that everybody's just crazy busy, especially realtors, and it's just being at that right time in front of them when they're going to be like, oh yeah, I got to get back to them, or, so don't put a number on being persistent. Like I reached out 3 times, I reached out 5 times. Just keep being persistent until you, if there's no told to you, then just keep, people are busy. You just got to keep being persistent, keep going.
Yeah, I like that. When I was doing just straight sales back in the days, my goal was to make over 50 calls per day and then make 3 sales out of those 3 calls. And then the ones that I didn't sell, I would follow up. And then I realized after a while, my average was 12. 12 times I would have to follow up on somebody and then they would buy. And I was thinking, oh, wow, that's a lot. Okay. But then I realized in the business, in the market, the people that follow up actually end up getting most of the business from what's available. The rest of the people, they never make it that far. They give up somewhere in the middle. So guess what? We're getting all the business that people have given up on because we're persistent.
Exactly. My tagline is relentless following. It's just being relentless. Keep at it, because if you don't get a definite door shut in your face or a big fat no, that doesn't mean that they don't want what you have or offer or giving. It just means they're busy and they haven't gotten to you yet. So keep on their radar, be persistent.
Yes. Beautiful. Next one, be bold. And another way to put this one, I would say, is like, don't ask for permission so much. At some point, literally tell your people what they're going to do, what you want them to do.
And I think there's a really effective way to do this within the real estate industry. So I think being bold in real estate is parallel with having a strong brand. With a strong brand, you have leverage on actually guiding, your potential clients along the buyer's journey. So being bold is really important. Having a set brand for yourself, a lifestyle you're promoting within your neighborhoods. You're not just selling real estate at the end of the day. You're branding yourself as a company. You're promoting a lifestyle, and you're helping people accomplish lifelong goals. So being bold and being assertive about that and promoting it online on all the essential real estate platforms is my definition of being bold in today's real estate climate. It's really important to be consistent, have a clear message, and make sure everybody knows. So that's my 2 cents on that.
And you can attach, the word confidence to that too. It's being bold and being confident in what, how you're presenting yourself. Like Alex said, how you're showing up online, how you're working with your, through the buyer's journey in real estate. Yeah, being bold, get out there.
I remember I saw sometimes Michael was being bold whenever he was doing Zoom presentations. He didn't say, would you guys like to get started? He would just say, Mary, you need to get started. John, you need to go ahead. And back in the days, we were not bold. I remember we would be like, is anyone interested? And then we would hear crickets, and then we would say, okay, I guess that's it. Now we boldly ask every single participant, are you ready? And we don't stop by saying, are you ready? If they say, yes, maybe, I'm thinking about it, we say, okay, what else? What is it? What do you need? And then they say, well, I don't have my credit card. Okay, can you go get it? I'll wait. Just boldly, like literally come inside their kitchen, sit there and say, I'm not leaving until I get that credit card.
I think the same thing goes with your deals.
Right?
Yeah.
That's funny.
I think it speaks for itself. I think we covered it good. I think this whole thing speaks for itself. We covered it great.
Yeah.
It's just, you can't be sitting in the sidelines, just waiting or, being timid. It's, you have to be bold. You have to, okay, apply it to the real estate world. When you're selling a home and it's a beautiful home, it's going to match that family. Be bold. Let them know this is their house. This is exactly what they need. Show them the value boldly. And you'll be surprised at the response that you get.
Yeah, bold is sexy, by the way. People are never going to hold it against you when you're bold. They're going to get, wow, you're passionate. Wow, you believe in this. Wow, you don't want to give up on me. They're never going to hold it against you. They will hold it against you, though, if there was an opportunity that you weren't persistent that they would have it, and then they missed it, and then somebody else got it.
Yep.
All right, be sociable.
Yeah, baby. It's one of our favorite things. Work hard, play hard. And it's
Yeah.
not all about just working, it's you got to let people know you're a human being, getting out there, networking, happy hours, etc. Really getting to know your client. One of my first things I ever learned when it came to sales was getting a me too, which means like, hey, Mario, I like to read. And you're like, oh, me too. So when you have that little connection after being sociable, it helps you in everything that you do and everything you want to achieve. So when you are sociable with someone and you get to know them, even on just a minuscule level, and you have this one thing to talk about, you're that much more close to being successful on selling something or sharing something that you want to share.
Yeah, as a realtor, I mean, you've got to be sociable. That's part of the job, right? So when we hear agents that are like, I don't really post that much on Instagram, I don't do videos on YouTube. Well, you got to be sociable. You got to relate to your potentials out there, right? So you definitely got to be, extra sociable in being a real estate agent these days, to win deals.
For sure. And I think being sociable also goes along the lines of humanizing your brand. A lot of the time I talk to realtors and they just put themselves in a box as this real estate agent or real estate broker. And they go, guys, you don't have to do that. You don't want to be a carbon copy of somebody else. Talk about things that make you unique. Be sociable. Mike just said it. You'll get a me too. You talk about doing yoga, fitness, reading, traveling, you name it, and you become human. People will be like, wow, I'm going to be more open. I'm going to be excited to talk to my realtor, have a relationship even past just doing business. There are so many successful realtors, specifically, I know locally here in Miami that go to dinner, go to bars, go to cool events with their clients. And trust me, that's going to get you more business. So being sociable, being human, very key in today's industry.
That's the fun part.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fun part is crucial. Remember when we went to a trip, we were there dancing, we were taking pictures, we were doing TikToks together, sharing stories. That later became solid business relationships, solid connections that we're still enjoying today. And online, I do see many agents who attempt to be sociable by posting pictures of themselves, but they're by themselves. They're not actually going out there to meet with the community, meet with other people. They're not contributing of their time and talent, and they expect people to just come to them. Sorry, there's so many options out there. They're not going to go to you. They're going to go to the person that looks the funnest, the more human, as you said, Ayub. That's huge. Next one, do your research, baby. So
sure,
who wants
going in somewhere blind does you no good. It's just this is basics as far as building momentum. You have to do your research before you step out there. That's your ammunition. That's your information that you use to start building momentum. It's crucial.
One of the things that I do when I'm doing my research is I'm always looking for that unique identifier. For example, for our podcast, we're bringing in many influencers in real estate, people who have built massive organizations, people who have a strong reputation in the industry. So online, I'll find most of the stuff that everyone else already knows about them. Okay, they're the CEO of such company. They found this company. Fine. I'm not going to talk to them about what they already know. I'm looking for that thing that makes it unique in my view. So that's how I do my research. And sometimes that can take me hours, maybe a couple of days. I have to go deeper, different search engines, so I can really get like a personalized background on what I'm researching. And then when we meet them and we interview them, they say, wow, I love your questions. Nobody has ever asked me this question. And of course, that becomes a memorable thing for them. What if you did your research to a level that it showed that you're not just every other agent? Oh yeah, you saw the bullet points and you're just gonna, repeat them back. That is so easily dismissible. People are just gonna ignore you because you're telling them what they already know. But if you research enough to have something unique about it, you have a personal contact, anything that gives you an edge on your research, now you got yourself a winning situation.
This could relate to research. I'm on a webinar with Alex Ayub here, and he has a pretty sweet Facebook hack to find leads. If you want to share that with them, Alex, real quick, that I thought that was really cool, and it's a great way to research, where the leads are coming from on Facebook that you can definitely reach out to.
I'm not gonna lie to you. That research I did to figure out that hack, I'm not sharing out here. Just in the open. You guys got to tune into one of our webinars to see it. You'll see it if you join us on one of our webinars. I'm not gonna just toss that magic.
You don't want to give that out? You don't want to give that out yet? Huh?
Nah. But I mean,
pretty sweet.
in regards to doing your research, I'm gonna go even further. I'm gonna implement something else that we covered earlier in this live. I would even go as far to say is to schedule your research, because the real estate industry is constantly changing. I mean, right now we're seeing one of the hottest markets ever. The prices, they're going through the roof. It's competitive. The social media platforms are changing. The real estate platforms are changing. Everything in the industry is constantly changing. There's nothing written in stone here in real estate. So if you schedule your research, right, you sign up for like newsletters every morning, or you schedule time to read up on some contemporary publications, then you're going to be on top of your game. You're going to know all the trends. You're going to know the updates. You're going to know how to have the upper edge against your competition if you schedule your research and do it every morning. Like, I know I personally read into this every day before I get started. I mean, I can't go out into the world and start promoting some stuff that's no longer of value because it's outdated. So doing research consistently, I think, is super important, whether it be your clients, the industry, or job, all of it's necessary.
Brilliant. Next one, daily ritual. Now, this one I'd like Mr. Huxtable to share from his personal, because I know he's a firm believer in that.
Yes, absolutely. The type of individual that needs that structure and that time for myself. So every day, 5 a.m., the alarm goes off. I get up, come upstairs, boil a pot of water, grind some fresh beans, go down, get dressed, come back up, water's done, make my coffee, press it, make my water with electrolytes, and then walk 20 minutes to the gym, up and down hills, go to the gym, come back home, make my smoothie, shower, change, do my research, set my objectives, and get clear on what it is that I need to achieve for the day. And poof, I'm ready to go.
Talk about a ritual.
Yeah. And I used to do the gym after work, but I switched it. So I get to actually enjoy the gym and the sunrise at the same time. Because now my new gym, I actually walk past the beach every morning, catch the sunrise before the gym, and then I get to get present on a spiritual level as well. And today, I sent you guys a link. I really hope you watched it. It's not something you have to listen to and like sit there, but play it loud while you're getting ready in the morning and just listen to it. It will literally, it'll talk about building momentum. It will change your day.
What is it?
It is a YouTube. Anyone can look it up. The link, it's called Try It for One Day. These are the actual words on YouTube. Try it for one day. You won't regret it. 528 hertz, quote, I am, quote, affirmations for success, wealth, and happiness. And everything this guy says, it's everything that we need to make our day beautiful in every way, shape, or form. It's crazy. It's 22 minutes. Just turn it on while you get up, brush your teeth, and all of a sudden you're like, wait, he said that. And it's affirmations, and you say it, it's wonderful. And today, during my ritual, that had an aha moment. It's like, oh my gosh, I stopped listening to that guy a while ago. I need to start listening to him again.
Brilliant. And one thing for everyone here live, one thing about Michael is that he actually joined the company not too long ago, but he actually came in and he ended up being our best salesperson in a very short amount of time. His performance, he actually broke the charts. Okay. He basically set a new standard when it comes to sales. So that tells me for somebody to be at such a high level of performance and be with such a high standard for production, I'm wondering, like, what's your secret? What do you do to make yourself be effective? Seems to me that ritual is a big part of it.
Absolutely. I've found the days where I do slip, or maybe on a Sunday night, I'll go out and party too late, listen to some music too late, and I wake up the next day too tired. It completely changes my day, mentally, physically, everything. I won't make it to the gym in the morning, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, once I get back on my daily routine, it helps me with mental clarity. It helps me with everything.
Correct. Anything else you want to add there, Mr. Ayub? How about you?
I mean, I think Mike knocked it out of the park with that response. I mean, think about how many things he just mentioned. Mike, I think he mentioned like 8 different things. It's the waking up, what he needs to feel good, the sunrise. I mean, talk about so many things just to put a smile on your face and feel energetic. The guy's doing smoothies, breakfast, working out, seeing a sunrise, walking in nature. Like, he has the luxury of doing that in Nicaragua. And, you know, regardless of where you are, I'm sure there's a few things you can do in the morning to make yourself feel good. You know, wake up, get a smile, feel energetic, and actually be excited to go to work. I know there's so many people that just straight up wake up, barely even have a glass of water, and start working. They're like, I hate being here right now. But I'm sure if you have a daily ritual, you know, you'd probably enjoy working. So I think Michael's is awesome. I personally don't have one as great as his. His is super elaborate. Mine's definitely shorter. But yeah, I encourage everybody to have it regardless of where you're at and what your circumstances are. It definitely helps you get the ball rolling way faster than getting out of bed and like picking your eye boogers, man.
Yeah, the reality is every one of us, when we wake up in the morning, we are faced with the responsibilities, the demands for our time, the people that we work with, our families, all the pending conversations, all the things that need to be done. So automatically we wake up in a alert mode, like, shoot, where do I go first? That's why people like to start with their coffee, thinking that's going to wake them up and they'll be better prepared for it. It doesn't work all the time. Rarely it actually does. It's just a destructive habit. By you having your daily ritual, you're actually setting yourself up a foundation of strength. With that foundation of strength, then whatever shows up as your day goes through, you'll receive it as part of it. You're ready for it. Without it, yes, it is going to derail you. It is going to make you think like, oh my God, I hate my job. I hate my situation. I wish I was in Hawaii right now. The daily ritual is crucial. Not a lot of people have it because they don't know how important it is. But if you want to be a high performer, if you ever want to be successful and enjoy the process as you're doing it, this is a must. And if you want more tips other than what Mr. Huxtable shared, put it in the comments. We'll share with you some of our ways. I also have a very strict ritual that I do. Alex Montalente has a strong ritual. Anyone that wants to really take life to the next level, this is a must, baby. It's a must. And the last one, take breaks.
True.
Now this one, I think. Oh, you want to say something? Go ahead.
Just really quick. One thing I've always admired about the Hispanic culture, for example, Spain, is they take siestas.
See,
you know, they like work in the morning, and then I think it's like a 3-hour siesta. Everything closes down, everyone rests, and then boom, come back in their full strength. I've always admired that, and I've always admired how successful their culture is because of it.
Yeah,
I would say even like in being, you know, as a realtor, you're pretty much, you know, it's your business, you're your own boss. So these points are, you know, the morning ritual, taking breaks. Like if you've got this, you know, setting clear outcomes, I mean, it's basically your business that you're running. So a lot of these things to keep your momentum going, I think you need to implement. And then, you know, taking breaks is, you know, give yourself that break, you know, in the afternoon or something, like, you know, wherever you can, because, you know, you've got, you know, you're going 100 miles an hour and you need to just take that time just to, you know, chill.
Yeah,
I know personally, when I take those breaks, it's like I actually, when I turn my brain off, I actually get some of the best ideas I get all day. You know, when I just stop, just take a rest, and then poof, all of a sudden, oh, what about that? Like things actually come up for me during my break, and I'm not even thinking. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Sure. Yeah, for me personally, I can admit I suck at taking breaks. Uh, but Mario actually last year, he kind of just like sat down with me and he was like, man, he switched my mentality about it. You know, so there was days where I'd wake up stressed already or, run into walls and experience burnout. And Mario was like, dude, I can tell you from a place of, very close to home, I was also like that. So he told me how he was just somebody that was just always on the ball and he felt bad. My problem was I would feel bad, and I genuinely mean that. I feel like I'm doing something wrong. I feel like I'm, letting people down. But realistically, at the end of the day, I've just come to peace with it and, scheduling the breaks. So this year, I know it's January, but I already know, the trips I'm gonna have, when I'm gonna take the trips, what I'm gonna do. So yeah, my breaks are locked in, and I'm ready to take it easy on those breaks. Maybe sip
Yeah, there
some
you go. There you go. Schedule your breaks. And a break is literally you're breaking the daily routine. Like, don't take a break while you're working. That's not a break. Your brain still hasn't gotten a chance. And what you were talking about there, Huxtable, that's when your brain is in theta mode. And when your brain is in theta mode, is actually when you're starting to make sense of all the information you've been exposing it to. And now it starts making conclusions, letting you have clarity around what needs to be your next move or what you haven't noticed up to that point. That's where you're going to get your most brilliant ideas, where you're going to get your next brilliant idea or the solution to what you've been struggling with. It's scientists do it all the time. They kill themselves in one day, then they say, okay, I'm done. I'm going to let my self-conscious do the work while I go to sleep. Then they wake up the next morning, they're like, aha, now I know what I'm going to do. So that's crucial. Giving yourself a time that is outside of your daily demands so that you can actually win. That's going to actually save you time. It's going to save you stress. It's going to make you brilliant without you struggling. That's how we are built as human beings, taking breaks. And finally, you want to win. We want you to win. Join the winners, baby. All right. Okay,
Awesome.
gentlemen, anything else you want to add?
No,
And
I
we
think
covered a
that
lot.
was that was awesome. I hope everybody got something great out of that. We love sharing with you guys. We look forward to seeing you on Thursday. Don't forget. And I think there was something we wanted to share at the end, a website or something. What
Yeah,
was it?
Thursday. There is a webinar on Thursday. We're going to be bringing in our business coach. His name is Mr. Aaron Keith. He's actually going to be offering to RealGrader customers only business coaching. So if you're interested in that, put it in the comments and we'll send you the information. We need to verify you're a client first. This is going to be 5-star coaching from somebody who has a track record of helping businesses quadruple their businesses in a very short amount of time with the coaching and with systems. So that's going to be a huge treat come Thursday. We'll also be coming back to you guys on Thursday live. So stay tuned, share this with a friend, keep growing, practice it, whatever you can use from this and it works in your life and it benefits you, then our job is done and we're very happy to provide it to you.
Get out there and win the day, guys.
All right.
Yeah,
you guys have a nice time. Huh?
Yeah, lastly, I just want to throw in if anybody watching this wants to schedule personal time with any of us here on this video or this live, we're going to put in the description section of the YouTube. I'm going to give a little call to action here for anybody that wants to jump on a meeting with us and discuss anything in regards to what their presence looks like online. There's going to be a calendar in the description, a link, and you're going to get thrown into one of our schedules and we'll jump on a Zoom and help you out. We'll help you win just like we were talking about. So you guys wanted to do that, talk to us a bit. We're open to do it as well.
Yeah, that's brilliant, Alex. I'm glad you mentioned that. Actually, that's really important. Why we're doing this is because we do want you to take action. The what's going to get you to the next level is action, and specifically new action. So when you schedule time with one of us, guaranteed, we're going to point out to you what's missing and what you can do next to really close that gap in your business. And when it comes to 2022, growing your business, getting more leads, getting more connections, expanding yourself as a brand, as a household name, that's no joke. It's a non-negotiable. So definitely click on the scheduling button. You'll be speaking either with Alex, Josh, or Michael, and you're going to be so happy you did. So we're looking forward to having you on the phone soon. Looking forward to having you succeed and be a superstar in your business.
Awesome.